Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is August 27th, and that means day 239 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, we printed out the 3D scan of Daniel Norée, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 239 of the 3DP 365 project. Today we printed out this very cool scan of Daniel Norée, and our print turned out awesome. This is a very cool scan, and it's a very detailed model too. This is actually 10% of the actual size. The model that's available for printing is actually a full-size scan. And the reason why I wanted to print this is because I just wanted to call attention to Daniel and some of the stuff that he does for the 3D printing community. And what a better way to do that by honoring him with a little 3D print on the 365 project. And if you're unfamiliar with Daniel, I'll put all of his information down in the description. But he's a very active member of the 3D printing community, and he's also an amazing designer. One of the big projects I'm sure you're familiar with, if you're familiar with 3D printing, is the OpenRC project. But he also has the Open Railway project, and both of these are open source projects that you can contribute to and add to and remix and really make this a really cool project by using the community's input to really flesh out some of the ideas and actually improve on things. And Daniel's an amazing designer. I've actually printed out the OpenRC F1 car, and we did a whole series of videos where I printed out each of the parts on a different day. And if you guys are wondering what happened to that car, the story is I decided that I wanted to buy locally some of my parts because of the 365 project time frame. In doing so, I bought parts that are electronics that were too big. And what I ended up doing, was cutting into one of the pieces so I could run wires in and then out again. And I'm really unhappy with it. So I kind of put it aside, and we had a lot of other projects come up, so we really never got back to it. And summer came along where it's really hot, and it's probably not a good idea to be running around outside with an RC car when temperatures are over 110 degrees. Because by the time I finish at least a couple of laps, my car would be a big melty mess. So we are going to start that back up again. I am going to order the parts that Daniel actually suggests purchasing instead of buying locally, because apparently these guys that I bought these parts from just kind of sold me one of their more expensive things because they saw me at the door like, I have no idea what I'm doing, sell me stuff. And that's exactly what they did. I am going to keep the receiver and some of the other stuff that they did sell us, and I am going to use it because you can't return it now. But I am going to use it for other projects. So the OpenRC F1 car will survive. It is alive, it is just hidden away for now. Summer came along and I wasn't going to race it anyway because it was just too hot outside. So that's the update on the OpenRC F1 car that we were building here on the channel. But as far as this print goes, this is very cool. This was scanned with, I believe, the Aztec 3D scanner. And then obviously they did some cleanup work on it because those scans are usually still a little bit rough. And then it was posted up on Thingiverse, and that's where we downloaded it. And once we had it downloaded, we sent it over to Simplify 3D for slicing. In Simplify 3D, I only used a 0.2 millimeter layer height on this, and 3 top layers, 3 bottom layers, and 10% infill. And I printed this out at only 35 millimeters per second because I wanted to make sure I captured all the detail of this model. And it took about 4 hours to print for this little guy. And it turned out awesome. And I did use some support material underneath the chin because I was a little worried that that would have a little problem. Because of Daniel's little fuzzy haired chin here, that's kind of an underhang and it kind of curves downward, so I know I needed support material on there. But it actually turned out really good. I am happy with the results. This is a very clean print. We used some of that Matter Hackers Pro PLA Silver, which is another one of my favorite colors, because it really has a cool sheen to it, on the gMax 1.5 XT Plus. And like I said, this is a very clean print. There are no blobs, there are no globs, there are no layer skips or layer shifts whatsoever. It's a super clean print. And it's a very cool print because it really does honor Daniel Norée because it is an actual scan of him. And since he's such an active member of the community, I thought this was a cool way to give him a little bit of a shout out in this video. And I'll have something to put next to my car once it's finally completed and when it sits on the shelf. And he can sit next to Tesla and Darwin and some of the other great creators of our time. Well, that about wraps it up for day 239 of the 3DP 365 project. If you're looking for ways to support the channel, make sure you check out those affiliate links down in the description. If you make a purchase through Matter Hackers, Amazon, or GearBest, it kicks a little bit back to the channel and it doesn't cost you a penny. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.